Your 2019 Heroes Among Us healthcare category recipients, Jason Feuerbach, Jessie Feuerbach, and Natalie Feuerbach.
Big family, right? A lot of moving parts, a lot of people going in different directions. It takes a lot to get us all together. We're very close. Jenny's kind of the ringleader.
She's my best friend. I've always looked up to her. She's kind of the mother hen of us. Family pictures that day was her.
The idea was, surprise my mom for Christmas. Jenny had kind of she said she had felt weird a few times. Her husband Chris had said, why don't you sit down? I kind of looked at her, just kind of pale in the face and stuff, but I kind of just, anyways, I kind of turned my back and I just hear a thud, which was Jenny hitting the ground.
We were just getting there, and as we're walking down towards them, I just hear she's having a seizure.
So I ran over and I had my dress on and tights, and I was down on the ground and rolling her onto her side so she didn't aspirate, because at that time she was seizing.
She's biting her tongue pretty good, and
her lips started to get gray and her respirations started to slow, and so that's a concern.
So I gave her some mouth-to-mouth rescue breathing. Then at some point again it progressed.
Another person ran over, and she was a nurse as well from the university. And I said, "Do you feel a pulse?" And she said, "No, I don't feel a pulse." I said, "I don't feel a pulse now either." And I said, "Jason, do you feel a pulse?"
And I checked her carotid and I couldn't feel one. Probably one of the scarier things I've encountered. I mean, it looked like life had escaped her at that point.
So then Jason started compressions, and the kids were crying, and we did compressions for quite a while.
I don't know how many rounds. I know push hard, push fast. That's what I was doing.
Seeing Jason do CPR on her, I think that's when it kind of hit me, and looking at her husband and looking at her kids and our kids, and it was really hard.
I wasn't feeling a pulse for a while. I don't know how long it was, a couple minutes. And then I felt a pulse. I said, "I feel a pulse."
At some point we had a pulse. Natalie said we had a pulse.
Kind of thready and slow, and then it started getting stronger, and then she started coming out of it a little bit.
She started to get better color. This seizure was not near severe.
He's pretty amazing. He jumped in as soon as somebody said she's having a seizure. I mean, he was already right there.
You do what you have to do and can do it. But yeah, I mean, everybody did a great job.
Well, we couldn't have done it without everybody working together. It's kind of pulled everyone together, and we're closer, I would say.
I definitely think God was watching us, watching her, knowing that we were all going to be there. And I mean, it was just pretty miraculous that a woman walking her dog stops to help, and she ended up being a cardiac nurse at the university. I mean, it was just remarkable. Pretty amazing to see.
Jason Feuerbach, Jessie Feuerbach, and Natalie Feuerbach, your 2019 Healthcare Heroes Among Us.